Guys, it's Danny here, and I am back from the Gran Turismo World Series Showdown in Amsterdam. And yeah, just came back home today as I'm recording this video, and I'm going to be doing a new lap guide for you for this week's Gran Turismo 7-day race B, which is at Gr4 in Gr4. So we spent like an hour just getting used to the rig again and just doing some time trial, and let's do a training for one. And I believe the Super is surprisingly not the meta this week, it's the F-Type. Like, a lot of people using the F-Type, it's pretty much the meta car for this track, but we find the Super as is the second best car. So, a bit of a change this week. We're not using the OP car, we're using the second fastest car, but it's still competitive. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a lap around Gr4 in Gr4. Starting out from the last corner, you want to go as far as possible over here just to get a good carry a lot of exit speed. So when you cross the start finish line, you are aiming for 209, 208 kilometers per hour. And then over here for turn 1, your first braking marker is pretty much when you're level with the orange board, with the orange board and the start of the cones on the left hand side of the track. I'm pretty much through braking already, just a small 100% pressure on the brakes, and then just slowly lift off the brakes while downshifting to fourth. You can see the steering input is very smooth. You want to keep the steering smooth on this car as much as possible to avoid sliding and to avoid scrubbing off too much apex speed. So aim for about 160 km per hour on the apex. And now for turn 2 over here, I dipped about half the car onto the grass here, but that's not weird. Sometimes this is not necessary, but this is the line that I take. So on the second dotted line, that's when I sign the brake, or the start of this inside curve for turn 2. So braking in an almost straight line down to third and then back up to fourth again, just to get a very smooth exit, very minimal wheel spin. So the SS here are just flat, pretty much just flat. Upshifting before you turn into the second part of the SS. So now for this corner here, this left-hander, you're pretty much braking when you're just past the start of the outside curb over here in a straight line, down to fourth, and I'm just turning in smooth. I'm not turning all the way, I'm just turning like about 70 to 80 degrees to the left. And then exiting early. So track limits over here, you want to keep at least 2 wheels. I'm going to show you in a bit of a detail, okay? You're going to keep at least 2 wheels on the outside curb here. Just this bumpy-ish outside curb that I'm pointing at. Yeah, just want to keep 2 wheels on top of this. If you dip the car onto this flat blue curb, you get a penalty. But if you're on this bumpy blue and yellow curb, you'll be fine. You will get a penalty. And then I just bring the car back past the white line. So, and then for this double right, you're pretty much braking just as you're approaching the 200 board, or you're just approaching this dotted lines here. But I recommend the 200 meter board. It's a more accurate reference. So, and then you're braking just as you're level with this streak of line on the middle of the track. That's when you're braking again in a straight line. So down to third, and then you want to exit in third gear from this second right-hander. Then be very careful with the steering input. You don't want too much steering when you flow it in third gear, or else you're going to get massive wheel spin and it costs you about 2 turns down the back straight. So I just want to keep to the right-hand side of the track as much as possible to reduce the amount of time, to reduce the time loss. So that's revving it nicely over here. So last second, you're pretty much braking in between the 100 and 200 meter board, just smack in between. So go down the second for extra rotation, and then up to third again, just to stabilize the car on the exit. I'm just keeping the curbs here. I'm not cutting the curbs because this car is very sensitive to curbs. And if you apply any throttle input on the curbs, you're going to get massive wheel spin. So I'm just balancing the throttle input and steering input as well, just being very smooth on the steering and holding the inside line there. That's the finish the lap with a 24.134, and yeah, that's pretty much a lap of Gr4 in Gr4. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lap guide this week. I know it's a pretty short one, and yeah, I just came back from the world tour, so I need a few days of rest and then I'll be fine. So I'll see you guys. Until then, here's the lap without the commentary. Bye bye.